All right. Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And let's begin by going straight into the superpower state. So take a deep breath and either close your eyes or leave them open, whichever you prefer. And go into your superpower state, however you normally do that, using your word or phrase or your anchor, or by focusing in on everything you love about your subject. Very good. Start to feel your heart opening, that expansion feeling in your chest. Good job. Now imagine that light or energy in your chest. Allow it to spread down to your toes, up to the top of your head, and out to your fingertips, so you're now full of that light, that energy, that love. Good job. And now allow that light or energy to fill each of the 50 trillion cells that make up your body. Love each cell just for existing. Good job. Allow each cell to produce its own light or energy, that love. Every cell has the ability to produce that unconditional love, that superpower, that light, that energy, allowing it to spread to all the cells around it, filling each one, whether they can do it or not. Very good. Now allow that light or energy to fill yourself as a child, any age. Love that child, that little you, just for existing, no matter what, no judgment, no expectations. Exactly as they are. Very good. And then allow that light or energy to overflow from that little you and fill your whole childhood, shining that light into any darkness. Very good. And then allow that light or energy to fill everyone who's on the call today, all those who are on camera, all those who are off camera, loving each one just for existing and no matter what. Very, very good. All right, you can open your eyes if you haven't closed. And let's check in with each person, find out how you're doing. So, Lisa, you're first up on my screen.
Okay. Oh, great. I'm happy Monday. This is from your book, Superpower. It's page 55. And so I'm gonna read a paragraph. So the first step to transforming your financial situation and all other areas of your life is to start recognizing, acknowledging the fact that you love yourself. And as you do, as you say to yourself with each one, look how much I love myself, and you will feel the amazing energy of your power. And the more you do it, the stronger it will become. I just love that because I just opened the book random.
Very good. Good job. Yes. Fantastic reminder. Look how much I love myself. Very.
I always love that phrase.
Yes, I do too. Perfect. Thank you. And the more you do that, the more reasons you will find and the more reasons you'll create and attract in your life for that to be true. And just keep, so it's like if you give someone a present, and they're very grateful, you want to give them more presents. If you get a great reaction, then you say, oh, it's a lovely feeling. And this is the same. The more gratitude you have and the more you recognize and acknowledge how much you love yourself, the more you then create that same momentum. Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Lisa.
you. Thank you very much.
And Tina. Hi, Tina. How are you today?
Hello.
Hello.
No, good.
Not good. Okay. What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So tell me first of all, what is that behind you, by the way? Is that a picture or a mirror?
Picture of the house, because there is like paint go out, so it's like an ugly hole.
Oh, okay.
But I like the house anyway. I was like, would be
It looks
nice to have
nice.
a
Yeah.
house like that. So
I
yeah.
can't see it very well, but it looks very interesting and nice. Very good.
I don't know if you can see, but
Oh, wow, that's gorgeous.
very nice house. Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful. Very nice. Okay, so let's look at what's happening. So, how do you know that you're not good?
Again, I have problem at work.
Problem at work, okay. And what's the problem?
Um, I don't know if I can talk even.
Okay, so you don't have to. It's okay. So now, of course, let's remember that whatever it is, whatever's happening at work, no matter what it is, your experience of it, the emotions that you have going on right now, are not from what's happening at work. It's from childhood. And while you are feeling these bad emotions, I know it's not nice, but also remind yourself that it's your prefrontal cortex is offline. So everything is looking a lot worse right now than it is, because you don't have that part of your brain online to be able to see everything else. Okay, so, and I know that doesn't help it go away, that doesn't make it okay, but it's just good to remember that, just have that in the background. So let's use this opportunity to use the allowing exercise. So the feeling you have, where in your body are you feeling this feeling?
I don't know. It was mostly my stomach. Now I don't know. I didn't feel like that before. I don't know. I just.
Yeah, it's just been triggered now.
Yeah, it's like few days already. It's like again, I'm not good enough at work, which I was shocked. I didn't know. I thought I did everything I supposed to do.
Right.
So again, it's like I don't know. I just can't take my boss anymore in that work. It's like I feel like I don't want to go there anymore.
Yeah.
But I have to.
Okay. So let's look at these in pieces. So first of all, your that feeling of I'm not good enough, did your boss tell you you're not good enough?
No, the thing was like I supposed to open this salon. I didn't know I have to open. And I like okay, I apply for aesthetic, right? I am esthetician, so I do mostly treatments in the room. But from time to time, they taught me the computer how to check out, check in clients in case there is no receptionist. Right. And they show me other stuff too, but I don't remember them because I'm not using this stuff. So I just remember how to check in and cash out the clients, just the simple basic things. Right. So one day she asked me to come 1 hour early to cover the front desk girl because she couldn't be there. So I went there and I told my boss and that receptionist will be there in the spa, but different room having meeting. This is what I hear from my manager. So I came there and there was nobody. The door was closed. So I had the key. I opened. And the other girl came. She opened computer. Good, because I will have no idea what to do. Yeah. And I was there just checking in and checking out the clients. And then a few days later, my boss, she sent me email that I did nothing. I was just sitting. I'm useless. She paid me more money. She gave me the raise, but I didn't even check the emails. I didn't pick up the phone. I had no idea. There was no phone. I had no idea how to do things. I never opened the salon before, which I was shocked. So I explained to her everything, and she said to me again, I am not unwilling to learn or something like this, like or check stuff. There are bundles. I didn't do nothing. I'm just sitting doing nothing. So again, I tried to this morning to send her email, and but I just didn't finish because I want to be here.
Yes, good,
And
good.
the other thing is about tips. Like I constantly have to ask her for my tips to send me because she's making mistakes constantly. And on the apps we have, I know how much tips I'm making each day. So I told her she missed this days. She didn't pay me this amount, so she paid me. And then after this, what like she figured out I didn't do nothing at work in that 1 hour. She said she overpaid me. And I said to her, I'm going to send you a sheet, which I have the sheet. I wanted to send her, but it's different. It's Gmail. I couldn't send a picture or something. I don't know. I have to figure out how to do it, which she didn't overpay me. I think she even doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't has the numbers. She constantly make mistakes. I don't know. She doesn't trust me. She think I'm taking more money than I supposed to. I just can't take this anymore.
Okay, very good. So first of all, a huge well done for being here. Okay, for prioritizing this.
I didn't want to because I was feeling so scared, but I go. I don't know why.
I am so glad that you're here, Tina, and that says so much, not just for your sake, but also for everyone else's sake, because everybody will learn from this as well. So really well done. I'm very proud of you. And so now let's look at working this out, because what we're aiming for, you want to get to the place, and I'm going to share an example of my own in a minute to give as an example. What you're aiming for is to be able to not have the emotions. So of course, whatever's coming out of her mouth is about her.
I know.
Yeah. So when she says you're not, you're late, you didn't do anything or whatever, that's her fears, her view of herself. That's whatever she's programmed with. So the first thing is to remind yourself of that, and it's nothing to do with you. The only thing to do
I know, but she doesn't know. I know much more. What
exactly.
She has no idea what I do, what we talk, and
that's right. And we can't do anything about that. We can't make her, we know it would be very good for her, but we can't make her do that. And that's her business. That's her choice. And that's her business. Now, what we can do is change what your experience is, both emotionally and in practice. Okay, so what we're aiming for is for you to not have the negative emotions, because that's hurting you and it's taking your cognitive thinking offline. So we want you to be feeling no negative emotions, and then you're able to make the decisions and be strategic. And so what you want to get to is where she accuses you of something and you are just like, sorry, I didn't know that. Boom, that's it. You don't have to over explain. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to, you can just give the facts without the negative emotions. So I'm going to give you my, how to get there. I'm going to give you my experience. So this was quite a while. This was before I discovered about changing childhood memories and everything. So this was just with the Superpower. So quite a few years ago, I was doing writing for a website. So there was a website where website owners could put jobs up for writers, writing articles for search engine optimization. So it was, you have to write these articles and ebooks. It was very low pay, but ebooks paid better. So it was a lot of words. There's a lot to write, but, so I did the research, wrote and everything. And I received an email one day from the owner or whatever of the website saying, how dare you plagiarize, accusing me of copying someone else's work, which I didn't do. But he didn't just say,
reaction.
that's why I'm telling you. That's why, because I know, and that's why I'm sharing this particular experience. But he didn't, which would have been much better. He didn't say, did you get this from somewhere else? He didn't put it nicely. He attacked me in this email. And he attacked my character and accused me and all of that. And of course, my first reaction was, I felt furious. I was angry. I was insulted, I was hurt, I was all kinds of things. And the first thing, I had stopped smoking by that stage. And at that point, but I kept cigarettes because I never wanted to feel like I couldn't. I wanted it to be a choice that I can if I want to, but I don't want to. And my first instinct was to light up a cigarette and call my sister and tell her all about it. How dare he? Because that would feel good to do that, because that's what I needed to do. Yes. So, but I stopped myself and I thought, I can do that. There's nobody stopping me doing that. I have every right to do that. It's natural to want to do that, and it's okay. But let me just think about this, because if I do that, I'm doing the same thing as I've always done. And I will continue to create this situation. So I need to do something different so that I get a different result. Because if I do that, I'm stirring up the water. So then I wanted to write an email to him and say, how dare you? I never, all that anger was there. And I thought, let me try this. So I didn't get the cigarettes out. I made the choice to not call my sister. And that was the most difficult bit, because I wanted to tell someone. I thought, I can tell her later if I still want to, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do this differently. And I got into the superpower state. And it was difficult, but I did it. I did the beginner's exercise, and I didn't think about him or the situation. I just filled myself with that unconditional love, loved all my cells, loved myself, even though this is happening. And my mind kept wandering back to him, and I kept bringing it back, and it kept remembering the email. I kept bringing it back. I just kept doing it calmly, love myself, feel this power. And I did that. And then eventually I sent it to him, and the whole situation, just filled it all with love, even if he fired me, even if I never got another writing job, even if because he told me I have to pay him all the money back that he paid me. So that's the other similarity there. He said, I want you to pay the money back from this ebook. And I sent it love, and it was shone. So reminding myself that it's shining light into darkness. It's not an emotion. It's not agreeing. It's not giving in. It's shining light into darkness. So I did that. I made myself do it. And once I'd calmed down, so all of that helped to bring down the stress chemicals. So I wasn't angry anymore, and I could think more clearly. This part of my brain came back online, and I thought, here's I don't want to react emotionally. I want to just do the facts. So I sent him an email, and I said, once I was calm, I sent him an email and I said, hi, so-and-so, could you let me know? I've never plagiarized. So it's just a fact. I didn't get upset. I just went, I've never plagiarized. Could you let me know which ebook this is? And he came back and said it was the one, Introduction to Hinduism. So I thought, okay, interesting. So then I realized what it was. There are prayers, and they're huge pieces of text. And his automated thingy, his automated software pulled that up as being copied. It's like, the 10 Commandments, that's the 10 Commandments. You can't paraphrase it, or you can, but you know what I mean? So you couldn't paraphrase it because they're things. So again, I didn't get upset. I just sent him an email saying, I see what it is. These are passages of text that are published all over the place because they are prayers. And I said, it's like the 10 Commandments or whatever. And as I sent that, one came straight, he replied straight away saying, okay, yes, I see, the client just pointed out that there was no way to reword that or something like that. Now, he didn't apologize. So a little piece of me was like, well, you could, it was your fault. You've wrongly accused me. But I let that go because it wasn't going to help me. So the reason I'm sharing that is to show along the way, there's little moments when we can make a decision, where we can make a choice. And it's not right or wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's just that when we make a decision, we're going in a particular direction. That's all. And the important thing is to know I get to choose. I get to choose if I go that direction or I make a different decision, go the other direction. And so reminding yourself there is nothing we can do about her. We can't change her, unfortunately. We'd love to, but we can't. The only thing you can do is bring your own stress chemicals down and choose your own state and be empowered. And then you can be strategic. And then you can do things like, hi, so-and-so, this is what happened, or these are the things, or I didn't know about that. Thanks for pointing it out, is what I would say. Again, treating people the way we would like them to be is magical. So that was a long rant, sorry. But you can get a word in now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I go to the superpower. I was okay, kind of okay, keeping myself calm. This is the first time here in front of you guys I cry. I didn't cry before.
Yeah.
I wasn't that emotional like now. I don't know. Everything I think go out from me. I don't know.
That's it.
But I go to superpower. I send her love, whatever it is, how she is. I know I cannot change her. I know she's how she is. And many times I send to her love when I am in superpower. And I don't remember if I go to I think I did the allowing technique. And there was something with my father. I don't know if it was about it or about something different. Oh, I was feeling angry yesterday and I was doing this allowing technique. So there was a lot of anger from my father. I clear a little bit and it's fine. He's different now when I am like him, kind of. So
Good.
I don't know, but
So,
I don't know what else I can do. I just
okay. So well done for doing all of that. And definitely your father, that will have been impacting your experience now in the situation. So let's look at what's the worst thing about this? Why is it so bad?
It's like I feel innocent and they just blame me for something. I don't know if it's the right word to blame. One time I used this and I was in big trouble at work. I don't know. It's like I had no idea. Like,
yeah. And so tell me what it would be like if you didn't feel the emotions and you just said, no, that's not what I did. In other words, you just clarified that's not true.
it will be easier on me.
Yes. So that's what you're aiming for. Now, you can't just do that because you've got the emotions, of course, you've got the anger in that. So we need to go back and change that, but that's what you're aiming for. You're aiming for where you're able to not feel the emotions and just go, yeah, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened in a very, very unemotional way. So, of course, the first thing that comes to my mind is when you were little and you were accused of taking the baby. When you went into the street to play or something, and you took a younger child with you, you were left alone with that younger child, and you were accused when you came back, or something happened.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, what's there when you think of that experience now? Anything left of the old experience?
Actually, I changed this very well. Like she gave me. Last time we were talking, like she gave me jewelry.
Yes.
And I even draw that jewelry. What is it?
Nice.
I can show you. Oh, like she gave me earrings from that red, green actually. Green.
Oh, those are nice. Yes.
How you call the green rock? The
emerald.
Emerald, yeah. So
Nice.
this I draw. This is the picture, like those kind of earrings she gave me.
Beautiful.
I think it's kind of good there. I don't know.
Okay, so it may need a stepping stone. Did you do a stepping stone of where you come back and she reacts the way she reacts, and that little you, I don't think you've done this, so this may be a good one. That little you says, no, that's not, you, whatever it is you would want her to know, but in an unemotional way. So what kind of reaction was she again? What was she reacting to? What was the problem?
When she was mad at me, the negative.
Yeah, when she was mad at you, yeah.
Like when she saw her daughter did it, she yelled at me. She yelled at me, and I was like shocked. Like,
okay, good.
She's alive. I brought her all, and then
now
I did nothing.
Great. So now we're going to catch it there, and we're going to put a stepping stone in. where she yells at you because her daughter is dirty, and you say to her, hold on a second, she's alive. You left her with me, and I'm only however old.
Right.
So you could appreciate that she's alive, and then see her go, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm just emotional. And thank you so much. And she understands, she comes. So we're doing two things there. Number one, and most importantly, we're giving that little you the ability to speak and to explain in a very calm, factual way. These are the facts. You left your child with me, and she may be dirty, but she's still alive. She could be dead.
Yeah, now I see her, like, she yell at me and she go and she shut the door. I have no opportunity to say anything.
Okay, good. Make her open the door again. It's your mind. So this is great, Tina. Thank you for this, because again, this is going to help others as well. Your mind does something like that, like, oh, there's no her. She's not here. She's not in your mind. Those are just neurons firing. Just fire them in a different way. So bring her back in. Make her open the door. This is your mind. Make her open the door and come back. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good job. Good job, sweetheart. Now, have that little you say whatever it is she needs to know. Your child is dirty because you left her with me. That's your responsibility. You're the adult. And I have brought her back alive. I've kept her safe. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good job. And now make her apologize to you.
She's kind of shocked what she hear.
Of course she is.
Because she didn't know, right? So,
That's right. And so now she's shocked, she's horrified, because she realizes she could have lost her child from her own actions or decisions. So now she make her apologize to you, and then she gives you the earrings and whatever else happens.
Yes, she did. She's the
good job. Very, very good. Because the truth is, with different programming, that is what would have happened, right?
Yes.
She wouldn't have reacted that way. Good job, Tina. And so now, of course, you practice that, because that, I think, was a very important piece of data where that little you has the ability. Because the problem with when we're children is we don't have the vocabulary. We don't, not only the vocabulary, we just don't have the ability. Those neural networks haven't been developed yet. The brain hasn't been developed yet for us to be able to go, yeah, no, I see what's going on here. You think that, but that's not true. This is actually what happened, or this is why I did this. Children don't have the ability to do that. Now we can go back and give those little versions of us the ability to speak and comprehend and communicate effectively.
I remember I did due justice letter on her, saying exactly what you taught me now, but was just due justice letter. I think 2 or 3 I did, because this memory was coming back all the time.
Yes. And so it's good that you did that, because that would have been, here's the thing, memories like that, and a lot of us have those kinds of memories where you're expecting a wonderful thing, and then it's like the very opposite to what you were expecting. That's kind of, that could make a person burst with frustration and in
because I thought I did everything good. I started to be good and everything, and oh my God, it's like,
that's it. And that has a stronger impact than if you were expecting it to be bad.
I'm sorry, what you said, that was...
So in other words, that kind of situation where you're expecting a good thing or a good reaction and it's a bad thing, that has a much bigger impact on your brain.
Oh, yes.
Than if you were expecting a bad thing, or you weren't sure, you didn't know, or came out of the blue, because your survival system is going, don't go near, so you go to the kitty cat, it's a lovely kitty cat, and it bites your arm off. You want to remember next time Never go near that cat. So that's what, it's the survival instinct. That's why those stress chemicals are so powerful, more powerful in that moment, and your brain remembers it more clearly and more intensely. So that's why. So it's great that this came up so that you can now put in that little piece where that little you has the ability to speak clearly, calmly, and strategically, and the facts. And she goes, oh God, I didn't know that, and exactly as she should. How does that sound?
Very good.
I think it would also be important after you do that work with the little you and changing that memory to come back and revise what happened with your boss earlier, because that's just a memory now too. Even though it happened just a few days ago, it's not happening right now. In the same way that whatever happened when you were a child isn't happening anymore either. So there's no need to wait, 5 or 10 years to revise an old memory. It could happen this morning. You can revise it. But getting to the roots of why it was triggered and changing that first is what's going to make that more powerful or make that stick, because whatever is happening in the present moment is as a result of whatever occurred back then. That's the reference that are triggering.
So change the memory with my boss right now, right? Whatever happened.
But only after you've changed those, only after you've done the childhood one.
Like, I don't know, because like now after this, I really feel like I hate her.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
Like, I don't want to have nothing with this woman anymore because it's too much.
Yeah. And so now, Tina, see this as an opportunity to strengthen your own skill and ability, because if you can do this with her, number one, you don't have to do it again. You won't have to recreate this pattern. And number two, it'll make you so much stronger, and you will be able to then decide. You'll end up with opportunities that you can't see from where you are now. But if you don't manage to do this with her, if you aren't able to, if you go, well, I can't, I just hate her, and that you're just going to keep living in that state. And even if you leave the job, you'll find someone else who will create the same situation for you. So you want to treat her as a sparring partner. So, if you go to if you learn karate or something, and then you do practice fighting. So you treat her as somebody who's doing the practice fighting with you. And so she is helping you to develop your skill and become better and better and stronger.
Okay.
How does that sound?
I think it's good. I have to try it.
Good. And you can do this. You can do this. It may be difficult, but when it's difficult, it doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means it's difficult. And so you just take it easy. Be very kind and compassionate with yourself, and take a break if you need to, and continue. And if you need to, if you're finding it really difficult, you could do a due justice letter to her if you feel that would help, if that would clear stuff for you. Absolutely, you can do that.
Okay.
All right. Good job, Tina. I'm so proud of you. I know how hard it is, which is why I'm so proud of you. That you're, number one, that you're here, and that number two, you're doing what you can. And that's brilliant.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome, sweetheart. Good job. All right. And Swasti. Hi, Swasti.
Hello.
Hey, how are you today?
Okay, so I had no particular questions, but then something I just kind of thought of a question now. So what do steppingstone memories do, apart from making the new memory easier to change? So like getting to the new memory, because you said, steppingstone might be needed, and I thought, but I thought it was just for making.
Very good. And thank you for bringing that up, because that's a good point to clarify for others as well. So the purpose of a stepping stone memory is to address a separate piece of data. So, for example, let's take Tina's one because we've just worked on it, is the fact that, so Tina changed that memory so that now the person is no longer angry with her. She comes back and the person is appreciative of it. But the piece of data that was left is that that little her still didn't get a chance to speak and explain herself or explain the facts or whatever. So that piece of data is a separate piece of data. And I'll give another one. Let's say I was bullied in school and I went and told my mum, and this didn't happen, by the way, but I'm just making it up. But bullied in school, I went and told my mum, and my mum said, sort it out yourself. So then there's two pieces of data there. So if I change that memory just to where I was never bullied, then the piece about there's still a piece of data in my subconscious that says my mother doesn't care enough about me, or I'm not protected, or I'm not safe. If I change it, now I would do 2 stepping stones there before reaching the final memory where I wasn't bullied. The first one is I go and tell my mum, and she goes, "What? That's ridiculous." She comes and she does whatever needs to be done. She stands up for me, and I feel safe and protected. One piece of data. Second piece of stepping stone for the second piece of data that I would address there is that the bullies do whatever they did, and I react, and I put them in their place. That's a second. So the first piece of data is I'm safe, and my mother values me. She loves me. Whatever is it, and that's going to be different for different. It's going to mean different things for different people. That's that piece. The second piece of data is I am strong, and I can stand up for myself, and I have the ability to protect myself. And then, of course, the third one, which is the final one, is I was never bullied. And that's a separate piece of data again. So same experience, but different meanings. And remember that these things are stored throughout the brain in different places. It's not stored as one event necessarily.
Okay.
Or the meaning.
So do we have to practice stepping stones as much as the new ones?
No. So, I usually say create the stepping stone and practice it 3 times in a row, then create the next piece, next stepping stone, practice 3 times in a row, and the final memory. Then the final memory you keep practicing. However, it may vary from person to person and from memory to memory. So the guidance I want to give is practice the stepping stone until you can feel it's established. It feels real. It feels good. So, for example, that example there, I would practice my mum coming down to the school and going, "This is ridiculous," until I feel that. I feel, yes, she, that was satisfying. She loves me. Then I move on to the next piece. And it can be 3 times. It can be as short as, as that. And then, but then later, let's say something comes up and, I've got that feeling again of I'm not loved, or I'm not protected, or I'm not safe. Then I may check that, and I may practice a little bit more if necessary.
Okay.
Does that help to clarify?
Yeah, I'm still confused. Why do you not practice the stepping stone as much as
good question.
The new one? Yeah,
good question. So the reason is what we want ideally, in the ideal world, we want to be always safe, loved, valued, supported, and all of that. So we want that. That's the final result. These extra bits, because if I was never bullied, my mother wouldn't need to stand up for me.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the end result we want. So we're practicing the end result because that's what we want to really establish permanently. The other stuff is little bits and pieces that are like little side notes. There's just a little bit here and a little bit there, so it doesn't take as much.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah.
If I practice her standing up for me as much as I practice I was never bullied, I am also...
That makes sense. Yeah, it just clicked. Okay.
Okay, you got that? So just for anybody else, in case they didn't get it, I'm also establishing the fact that I was in danger in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why. Does that help?
Yeah, and also that you can't stand up for yourself. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Was that it?
Yeah, that's it for today.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Swati. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. And Tina, you have a question or something?
Yes, because this is exactly what I was working on. My problem, I was always bothered by boys and gypsies at school.
Yes.
So when I said to my mother, she said, "Oh, they just like you." She never do anything about it.
Ah.
So I changed the memory, like she's going to the school, she's in director office, then I am there and they called the boys and she talked to them, like everything changed. So another episode of this is like, I am going to school next day and everybody's like, "Oh, hi. They are so respectful for me." And they are like, they respect me, they respect me. I am like queen walking there and nobody touch me, nobody say anything. They just respect me. I don't know if I did good or no good.
That is great. And let's leave that as that. Let's put that as the stepping stone. That's a great, good one as a stepping stone. And now you want to create a memory where you go to school and you are never bothered by anybody.
This what I am like. I'm going there and they respect me. Like, hi. That's it. They talk to me, we joke, we laugh, and everything.
Okay,
is
so
fine.
so the final memory is that your mother didn't have to go to the school because you were never bothered by them.
Oh,
that's what you were,
okay.
And that's what you're aiming for, right? So there is no. So in other words, you can change that memory now. So you've established that your mum came and sorted that out, and that was good. That was really important to do. Now you can change it that they're fabulous with you, and that conversation with your mum, you were just telling her how fabulous everybody is. And you're going, these boys. So where you told her about the boys bothering you, now you're telling her these boys are so funny. You know, that it's hilarious, and so it's now a lovely positive conversation. That's the final memory.
Okay.
But there may be another bit of data in there about that little use being able to stand up to those boys on your own. So it may be the kind of thing that you're feeling, that inability at work to be able to stand up to your boss on your own is that same feeling of being able to stand up to the bullies on your own.
Yeah.
So for me, one of the things that I had to do in a similar situation, I had a difficult time changing an old memory. I could see where I would want to be. I was in a memory of being bullied by someone in school, and I could get to that place of seeing, okay, we're best friends. He was never a bully, but there was still data back there that I couldn't stand up for myself. I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't protect myself. So I had to go back and redo a stepping stone where I went and took some martial arts courses and I could defend myself. So I put
like how this should look like. I go to school and I punch them, everybody.
Well, you know what? I will admit that I did do something like that. I don't necessarily, it's not where I want to be. That's not the final memory, but the feeling of empowerment from creating a memory like that is what you're trying to do. So
can I just say, you can do the punching. Allow that little you to punch them if you want to, but I would add then the stepping stone you're aiming for with that is that you speak and you go, no, hold on a sec, what are you doing? Just, what do you think you're doing? Stop it. And they go, oh, sorry, okay.
Whatever, yeah.
You want to have that power, sorry, Steve, you want to have that power to speak and express yourself in a very calm, firm, strategic way. That's the gift and the skill you want to give to that little you. Mm-hmm. So that you don't have that ability to use it now because you can't punch your boss.
Okay, because I have a power because I know my mom protects me, but I never protect myself like me.
That's it. There you go.
I think this piece is missing from all my childhood because I changed memory, but I never did like you told me now.
Perfect. And thank you, Steve, because that is the perfect link there.
And thank you, Swasti, because thanks to her, this memory came back to me when you were talking about the example, which yours was just make up, but it's true. I mean, was.
Was true. That's right. Yes. So that's fantastic. So now you go to school. So that's a stepping stone still. You got a stepping stone there where the boys, they do whatever, but you are, no, stop that. Who do you think you are?
Powerful. Okay.
You're powerful. That's it. Powerful verbally.
And this is where you can this is where you can borrow. If you don't know what that feeling feels like, borrow from
exactly
characters.
well, because this is what I feel like I want to do to my boss, but I can't. I know if I will do that, I'm fired, of course.
Right. So now doing it for that little you, giving that little you that power, both in the memory with your aunt and this memory with the boys, that's going to provide the reference for now. And then you'll be able to, do whatever's strategic and sensible.
That's awesome. I think this was missing.
Fantastic.
I feel more powerful right now already.
Yay! Good job, Tina. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Swasti. What great teamwork, hey?
Amazing.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome, sweetheart. Good job. All right. So, Steve, do we have any questions? No. Okay. So we'll go straight into the targeting. If you could send me the targets, please. All right. Take a deep breath, everyone. And go into your superpower state, however you normally do that. So by repeating your word or phrase or your anchor, or by thinking about everything you love about your subject. Feel your heart opening, that expansion feeling in your chest. And allow that light or energy to spread down to your toes, up to the top of your head, and out to your fingertips. So you're now full of that light, that energy, that love. Very, very good. Good job. And now allow that light or energy to fill each of the 50 trillion cells that make up your body. Love each cell just for existing. And imagine each cell has the ability to produce this light, this energy, this love. Loving all the cells around it. Very good job. Now allow this light or energy to fill your subject, loving your subject exactly as they are, no matter what. And then imagine your subject doesn't want to be with you or doesn't have the qualities that you love and appreciate, and keep them filled with that light, that energy, that love anyway. Very good. And let's go to Lisa. Fill Lisa with this light, this energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love Lisa just for existing. Very good. Allow that light, that energy to overflow from Lisa and fill finances, whatever that is, whatever the situation, no matter what happens, love it all exactly as it is, shining this light into any darkness, loving it all exactly as it is, no judgment, no expectations. Good job. Very good. And now to Tina. Fill Tina with this light, this energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love Tina just for existing. Very, very good. And now to Swasti. Fill Swasti with this light, this energy, this love, From the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love, Swasti, just for existing. Very, very good. Good job. And now to everyone who's off camera today and everyone watching the recording, love each one just for existing. No matter what they're going through, no matter what they're feeling or experiencing, no matter what they do or don't do. No judgment, no expectations, loving them exactly as they are, no matter what, shining this light into any darkness. Very, very good. And now to yourself later today, whatever you'll be doing, experiencing, feeling, love that version of you exactly as you are. Imagine that future version of you being filled with this light, this energy, this love, no matter what. And surge. Very good. And surge again. Good job. Very, very good. You can open your eyes if you have them closed. All right, good one. Thank you so much for your contributions, Tina and Swasti. That was a really powerful session between the two of you. The combined contributions there were fantastic for a lot of other people I know. So thank you very much, and you're very welcome. Thank you for all the thank yous. And we will see you again, same time, same place tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye now.